All right. First and foremost, we're gonna say all praises be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makar, Kadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the sincere elect, teaching the truth and faith and sincerity through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, man. Hey, man, and guess what, man? It's 2020, the year of prophecy, man. And you know what? As I was saying, man, this has probably been the best year I've been in this truth so far, man. In terms of prophecy's sake, seeing how much is coming to pass, man. Right? And what? It's like every week there's like a new spirit in it, like of something that's happening in Maine. You know, and for example, last week was like the race wars and stuff, and now this week is Esau being exposed, man. That shameful spirit, you know.
Oh, trying to give back.
Yeah, trying to help.
Trying to apologize.
Yeah. No, go and speak, bro.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Trying to apologize, you know.
Yeah. It's been throughout, you know. Karens are just fucking angry as hell.
Yep.
And it's beautiful to actually see, man.
Yeah, Esau going down, man.
Esau's going down, man.
Yep.
You know, and guess what? Him, you know, the 12 tribes of Israel, man, are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And the spiritual, what's been condemning Esau this whole week is what he's done to the tribes. You know, because if you think about it, who's speaking about the Aborigines? Like, even though there's some people speaking about it, if you think about it, the actual main thing that's been exposing Esau is what? The slave trade of the 12 tribes of Israel. That proves us lot are the part of the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Right? But then this hate that happens between us and them is all throughout the scriptures, man. And it was prophesied in the womb. You know, so you can read that.
All right, this is Genesis chapter 25, verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Yeah, so for a period of time, obviously she obviously couldn't have kids. Then eventually, you know, through the spirit, she obviously eventually, you know, was conceived, you know. And now she's like, all right, well, I'm having kids, but something's happening there, man. These kids are just losing it, and the thing is, it's painful, you know. Any time you see women that's experiencing the pregnancy, a small kick in there, it fucks them up a bit. So how much more these two were literally, they were
a death match.
Out,
As opposed to Tahar was saying.
Go ahead.
Opposed to Tahar was saying it was a death match in there, man.
Yeah.
You know, like you know, we watched that TV show Cramp Twins.
Yeah, Cramp Twins. Yeah.
With a cord.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And you know what? That Cramp Twins, man, through the spirit, it's based on Jacob and Esau, man. When you think about it, because you have one that's like purple, but really, I think it was really supposed to be black. Because if you see him, like if you see his spirit, he's just a Jake. You know, he's charismatic. You know, he's a fighter.
Yeah.
You know, and then his the other one is just a
dweeb.
Yes, a dweeb. but it's like it's funny, like because even in that cartoon, as you can see, they're actual fraternal twins. Fraternal twins. Twins that don't look the same. And they were both just, their spirit is different, man.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's how it is with Jacob and Esau, man. Right? They weren't identical, you know? Go ahead.
Yeah, and it says, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord.
So when it says she went to inquire of the Lord, she went to inquire of a prophet. Like, hey, you know, can you explain why everything's happened? Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
So you don't have all these people talk about, oh, let's come together. Yeah, let's just come together. Well, it says they were separated. It says these 2 were separated. So that proves God is a separatist, you know. The scripture says he was separated from the womb, man. Right, and two manner of people, which can a person go into the
Word for manna.
yeah.
The spirit.
That's the spirit, see? That's the spirit.
Right, this is the Blue Letter Bible, okay, and it's the word from manna, which is Shanayam, okay, which says the outline of biblical usage. It says two, the cardinal number, two, both, double, twice, second, in combination with other numbers, both. It uses the word twain.
Oh,
twice.
are you sure that's not for 2, Art? That sounds like the one for 2.
Let me double check. Hold on.
I know it does that sometimes when you click on manner, but it's really giving you one
Well,
for
you know
2.
what? Because what it says is when you in the blue letter, it collects the words together and it says and two manna.
Yeah.
So the two Shanaim, it is Shanaim. Yeah, that's two. So the manna, it doesn't show that
Go to separated.
separated.
Yeah, because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go into separated.
Right. So this is separated, which is the word for separated is parad. Okay. To separate, divide. To divide, be separated. To make a division.
To make a what?
A division.
So these two people were just made separate. Which there's a precept on that in Sirach 30. That's spirit. Yeah, that's the spirit. Do you want to read it, bro?
Yeah.
That's the spirit, man.
This Salat,
And raise your voice up.
chapter 3,
That's the spirit.
That's it. Rivers of living water. Like whichever brother that was in the Great Millstone.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's GMS Enduring Branch.
Kind, beautiful.
this
Brother.
Ecclesiasticus 43 and 10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge, the Lord has divided them.
What does that say?
In much knowledge, the Lord has divided them.
Yeah, so in much understanding and wisdom, these two people are separated, man, through the spirit. Go ahead.
And he made their ways diverse.
And made their ways diverse, man. So that's why, like, up until this day, we're just too. We can't. How you gonna come together with the Edomite, man? And you know now you have Jake's going on a knee with Esau. He's holding him down too. You have some Jake taking off his sock. Some Edomites washing it, bro. Nothing you can do can make you two come together, man, because you were separated. Well, look, because if the Lord, how I aim with separation, then how comes the during the Tower of Babel, the languages got confounded, man.
That's it.
And people were scattered over the earth because it wasn't that time, and it wasn't ever set out to be that.
That's
you know?
it. Got something for you up. I was talking about being one-on-one with Edomites. Ezekiel 35 and 5 says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of the calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end, right? So it says a perpetual hatred there, man. Right, because Esau, man, he's hated from the beginning, man. Right, from that spirit of Cain. Well, what did Cain do? He killed his brother. What did Esau say? He said, "The time for mourning for my father at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob," man. Right, that's why to this day, that's all he's doing. That's what he's focused on, trying to get and destroy the children of Israel. You read in Jeremiah, the 31st chapter, it says, if the heavens above can be measured and the waters beneath can be, what do you call it? Can be measured also, right? Then basically the Lord will do away with the children of Israel. So what's Esau been trying to do? Been trying to measure the heavens, trying to measure the depths of the sea to try to get rid of us. Why? Because that hatred, man, right?
Create violence as well.
Say again.
To create diseases.
Diseases,
To destroy
exactly.
them.
Oh, now Jake's the first one to get the coronavirus vaccine. Even Jake's like, nah, I ain't buying that one.
Which that goes all the way back into the womb, man. Go ahead.
Right, this is back in Genesis 25 and verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
And what?
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
What that's speaking about? That's speaking about us being stronger than Esau, man. Because our people like are stronger spiritually, mentally, and physically than Esau, man.
Yeah.
No. As Edomites, like for example, this past week, man, I had an Edomite bitch, a police officer. She was all like in her car complaining because her coffee was taking long. You know, she was, yeah, you know, she was like, I got, you know, but then, yeah, exactly. But then if you come across our people, man, our people have been through 400 or 500 years of hardcore slavery.
Yes.
And really, we've been persecuted under everyone, and only had like 40 years of peace during the time of Solomon. If you think about it, like the only time our people have actually had peace is for 40 years, and you got people in the truth that's older than 40. You know. Good.
This is Daniel's 9 and 12, and he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem.
Come on, bro, speak on it.
Yeah, just on that point, you know, our people, we get institutionalized racism, things that go against us. We get rejected loans. You know, there's many things that we go without and that we suffer in this kingdom. But not to mention the slavery, man, the transatlantic slave trade. That still affects our people to this day. That's why you're seeing these, you know, articles come out saying how these institutions had basically benefited from it, and how we basically have nothing to show for it, man. All our free labor, you know, where we went off at, we got punished. But this all goes into what the brothers been saying, man. You know.
Another thing as well is people that when you talk about slavery, for example, some scoffers will try and say, well, you know, Moabites, some of them went into slavery. It's true.
Yeah.
They did go into slavery, man. But as a people, a small number of them, you know, in that time. But as a whole people, all these people on this side, man, okay, the 12 tribes of Israel, our people, the Israelites, we went into slavery altogether.
That's it. Can I back you on, as well with a precept? Isaiah 40 and 15, man.
Bro, and I'm sorry, bro, I just want to make a quick point. These heathen were made to be slaves.
Be slaves as well.
So it don't matter. Because guess what? In the kingdom, these heathens going to be slaves too.
That's it.
It's just, you know, everyone's going to be slavery under us.
That's it.
You know, go ahead, bro.
No, it's on that money. It's on the money. Isaiah 40 and 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop from a bucket, man.
Yeah.
They repute there's nothing. That's what Ezra said.
Isn't it? You know what it's like? It's like a gardener complain about being a gardener. Yeah. No, but that's your job. That's your job title. Mate.
And scoffers don't understand that.
Yeah.
You know, and the scripture says that Christ says, it says, "He that touches you, touch with the apple of my eye."
Yeah, exactly.
That's talking about these people, man.
Exactly.
Lord don't care about, you know.
And the thing is, in the kingdom, they're gonna be happy to serve. Sorry, bro. You got piece
I
of.
got a quick one.
Good, bro.
Zechariah 1 and 15. And I am very so displeased with the heathen that are at his, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
Yeah, man. So that's why, like, hey, under every people at a point in time, people were getting slavery. Like even during the transatlantic slave trade, around that same time you had the Indian Ocean slave trade, right? And during that time, our people who were in like East Africa, you know, right, east towards the east and north, were getting sent into like India and Pakistan, and so that's how you have the Siddhis and other sort of people, man, who are in South India, right? And even a lot of our people got sent to like Iraq and China and all them places, and as well during that time period, they would castrate our people so that our people couldn't breed, you know. So what are you talking about, man? So, and then that there proves that the curses played out in different ways, man. Right? Not all our people got sent to America, man. You know,
Yes, sir.
on ships at the same time. Because the curses shall, what does the scripture say? They shall overtake thee
That's
and
it.
devour thee.
Yeah.
Meaning everywhere you go, it's going to find you. You know, because you know you got Apostle Tahar had spoken about some guy who said basically that like all the 12 tribes are black. You know, saying the guy that saying, you know, the guy and so on and so forth because they didn't go into ships.
Yeah.
Well then, bruv, I thought about it. I said, all right, you have people who got taken into slavery from Ghana, right? Whose cousins are still in Ghana from that time. You know, because when Esau came, Esau just came and took people. So imagine you just left the person home and behind. Are you saying he in a part of the 12 tribes because he wasn't on the ships?
Well, if you read the accounts of Christopher Colon, some of the first like of the tribes that he came across, like, you know, Arawaks and all that. What he was saying is though they'd make good slaves, and he actually took some of them back
Back to Europe.
You know what I mean? So
I was looking up. Yeah.
that's documented, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll probably look for it. Actually.
Yeah. Apostle Ramlab had brought out the other day. Go ahead.
This is Zephaniah 3 and 10. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my Cyprian, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring mine offering.
So our people have been scattered there
Still in Africa.
and dispersed. Yeah. Exactly.
Can I grab this for you real quick?
Read that again after.
I don't know if you read it, and I'll bring it.
Yeah, go.
Sorry.
This is Zephaniah 3 and 10. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my Cyprians, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring mine offering.
Oh yeah. See. So that proves our people are still scattered. Well, it's in Isaiah 11:11.
That's it.
I mean, how and plus, on top of that, this truth is given to the 12 tribes of Israel. You have people of the tribe of Gad and Reuben that's teaching, man.
That's it.
So how can you cast away their faith, man?
So Deuteronomy
No, go ahead, bro.
Deuteronomy 28:64, and the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, one end of the earth, and even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Right, so it's in the curse that we were to be scattered all throughout the world. Yeah, it's our doggo coming back again.
Ooh. Hey, get Deuteronomy 4 and 27.
Okay. If I can say that's a real carnal way of looking at it as well, just saying all the tribes are black. Because then what does that mean Esau can do? Kill all black people.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then job done. Then you got rid of the Israelites. Now the Lord's more complicated than that, man.
I mean, personally, man, if I was Edomite and I knew all of them, every Israelite is in America, I would send all the Edomites out and drop a nuke on America.
But if you was an Edomite, you wouldn't care. Esau would just drop. He was like, well, some of our people had to go.
Yeah.
But we got our blessing back.
Yeah, and innit?
We didn't know there were civilians.
Yeah, and just this ICBM just slipped out and landed on there. You know what I mean?
It was the Chinese.
It just slipped out my
Yeah,
pocket.
yeah.
You know, it just
China. Ask China.
exactly. Come on, man. That's simple, man.
Can I read this again?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I'm just going to read 2 points from this.
Spirit.
So it's called if you want to look it up, it says 9 reasons Christopher Colon was a murderer, tyrant, and scoundrel on Vox. Okay, so this is point 3, which is the main point we were talking about. Columbus kidnapped and enslaved more than 1,000 people in Hispaniola, which is more than that, you know, what was accounted. But it's just to make the point. According to Canelo, Columbus ordered 1,500 men and women seized, letting 400 go and condemning 500 to be sent to Spain. And another 600 to be enslaved by Spanish men remained on the island. About 200 of the 500 sent to Spain died on the voyage and were thrown by the Spanish into the Atlantic. Which there was actually a video, the older in America, he made a narrator. He made a video about like a picture paints 1,000 words, and it was showing like Jake's getting thrown off a ship, you know, on those voyages. So that's an example of that. And then I read this as well, and I had to read it because it's a spirit, right? It made me think of a scripture. It says, after an attack by more than 2,000 Indians, Columbus had an underling, Alonso de Ojeda, bring him 3 Indian leaders, whom Columbus then ordered publicly beheaded. Ojeda also ordered his men to grab another Indian, bring him to the middle of his village and cut off his ears in retribution for the Indians failing to be helpful to the Spaniards when fording a stream. Which made me think of when the Lord said to Peter, when he cut off the mark on his ear, he said, those that live by the sword shall die by the sword, because that's not our lot. You know, it's Esau's gonna, he's the blessed, got the blessing of the sword, man. You know, and it just made me think of that. It made me think of like, he led by the sword, he lived by the sword according to his blessing, and he's gonna be reaping the rewards of living by the sword, which is not a reward, man.
Yeah, and as well, that's right, and as well, man. There's so I proves your people are simple, man. Man, you got scholars, man, who were around hundreds of years ago. You said, hey, man, I don't know, man. These guys here have to be Israelites, man, because they're speaking Hebrew. Well, then why did they bring Hebrew interpreters over there, man? You know, it's in a second Esdras, man, that 13, right, where it says these are the 10 tribes, man. Hey, even there was an Edomite that actually found Hebrew inscribed on certain stones over there, man, which said Yahweh on it. You know, how you saying they ain't Israelites, man? You know why? Because unto us is given. What's that scripture? Can you read it? Matthew 13:9, right?
Okay, God. This is Matthew chapter.
Have you got it?
Matthew chapter 13, verse 9. It says, "Who have ears to hear, let him hear." And the disciples came and said unto him, "Why speakest thou unto them in parables?" He answered and said unto them, "Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven."
So it's given unto us to know the mysteries. And really, this whole truth is a parable, because it takes faith to understand it. Because a person can actually read that his feet is as burnt as brass, and people be like, "No, it's not saying that."
Yeah.
No, but I get that, but it's not that. It's not that. It's not that.
Or
You know what I mean? This chatting shit. You know. So this truth is a whole parable.
That's it.
Like, even like this, it'll be the most straightforward scripture, and people will be like, for example, a mark of the beast, bro. You know, you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell, and it will be implanted in your hand. But yeah, but it's talking about something. It's talking about you bowing down to Esau's system army. You know, they'll just come with their breakdowns because they don't.
White women in Christianity.
Yeah.
How the hell did you even get that?
I don't know how. I don't know how I can buy meat with some fat Edomite. Hey, can I have some ribs, sir?
So you got Muslims that can buy and sell. They ain't Christians.
Yeah.
So have they got the mark? There's some confusion, man.
Yeah. Well, hold on, you gonna keep reading that?
All right. It says, "But to them it is not given."
Yeah, exactly. Which includes the understanding of Ephraim being Ephraim, I am fruitful. You know, Gad, Troop, Reuben, so on and so forth, man. It's a spiritual thing, you know. Hey, what does the scripture say in Amos 3? That he revealeth his secret to the servants, the prophets, and this sign is really this sign is for our people, but the understanding of it is given to the prophets, man. Right? Go ahead.
It's in Romans 11:7. It leads. What then? Israel has not obtained that which we seekest for, but the election has obtained it, and the less we are blinded.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And guess what? You can't cast away a person's faith who actually has faith in his truth, man. You know, you actually have people from Gad, from Reuben, from Ephraim, Issachar. He's hired, man, and them Issacharites be doing all kind of work, man.
That's it.
The Aztec Empire, I believe, right? That's Issachar, isn't it? The Aztec Empire.
Believe so.
Is it? the Aztec or the Incas? I think it's the Aztec.
Aztec?
Yeah.
Oh, they're Issachar.
Yeah, that's Issachar. And if you see the kind of structures together that them guys built over there, man, them guys were going in. You know, Issachar, he's hiding, man, right? So, but it's a spiritual thing that you have to understand through the spirit, you know. Quick one. Have you got more in your scripture?
I had a quick one, so we'll go after the brother.
Just on the point. This is St. John 3:27. John answered and said, a man can receive nothing except it be given him from heaven. Right? Just on that point, you know, hey, if you can't understand this thing, it's because you're not meant to get it. You know, hey, the scriptures say how faith is a gift. So we believe in these scriptures because it's been sanctioned from the heavens for us to get it, man. You know, you can't just get it because, you know, you just, you know, you put in all the effort and you studying hard, but hey, the Lord has to stop with your mind.
Yeah.
The scripture says that the Lord stands at the doors and knock. You know, so that's talking about the door of your mind, man.
I've chosen you, you have not chosen me.
That's
Broad is the way, you know, and that leads to destruction, man.
it.
Like we're going into, you got people, you got loads of groups that believe they're Israelites, right? But what one group has the second?
What did you say that?
Broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Matthew 7,
Yeah. You know, because you get what do you call it? You get Israelites that believe that they're Israelites, but they don't believe in the New Testament. You get Israelites that believe in the New Testament, but call the Son of the Most High Jesus. Then you get Israelites that will believe in the New Testament and the name being Yahweh Shah, but won't believe in the mark of the beast. Right? You know, it's just a whole mess of confusion. So, hey, we got to be, and that's what it says in Matthew 13:16, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Because we received a blessing for being where we are, right? Being out here, speaking with the right, you know, believing in the names, right? And the doctrine, you know, with 100%.
I got a precept.
Yeah, come.
This is Romans chapter 3, verse 3. For what if
It was
some...
the Aztecs as well, you know. Make sure Aztec. Yeah.
For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
Yeah. No, speaking.
So, hey, you know, like the brother read it, man, you know, I think you quoted it, the Lord gives us the faith, you know. These people, unbelief ain't going to take away from our faith, you know. The Lord has opened up our eyes to see, man. That's why the Lord has his elect. We're of the hopeful elect, you know. And we hope that the Lord don't take that Holy Spirit from us, man, to be able to see these things. That's why we throw up them prayers, you know, Psalm 51, you know, and we keep enduring. But the people out there, they've been blinded, man. Okay, they haven't got that key ingredient, that word, you know, mixed with that faith, man. They ain't got it, and that's just what it is.
This is John 27 to John 10:27 to 28. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me, and I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand.
Come on, bro. Speak on it. Huh?
Yeah, man, as brother said, man, there are some different brothers come from the different background, man. You know, they come here, by hearing the word, you know. So you can't take them out from their faith, man.
That's it.
They've been sanctioned from the beginning to hear this word.
That's it.
That shows you that the Lord is looking for a specific type of sheep. You know, it's not just any and everybody. There's a certain few that's going to hear the scriptures. You know, that's deep.
And they're going to believe.
That's it. Faith is the key thing.
Hey, without faith, it is impossible to please Him.
That's it. The was I was going to get that. Yeah, get that Hebrews 11. This is real quick. This is Hebrews 11:6, and it says, "But without faith, it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him." You know, that's the key ingredient, man. You know, you got to believe, which, you know, Ephesians 2:8 says that faith is a gift, and not of yourselves, but of the Most High, man. You know, roughly paraphrasing. You know?
That's right. That's right.
Right, this is back in Genesis 25, verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Oh, sorry, I missed the point. In verse 23, I forgot to read, it says, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, and by the way, that elder, the first one that came out was Esau. So eventually, man, you know, he's going to be serving us. He served us for a little period as well. You know, when we were in Dark Ages and all that, we threw him up into we chased him away into the mountains and all that.
Yep.
But he's going to be our slave